Whatever comes to mind usually works. Oh god.
Okie dokie. So, hello to the 0 people watching or interested in watching.
Yeah. Oh god, there's so many exotic birds.
Let's see. Just telling some people about it.
There's a surprising amount of different exotic butters.
Yes. Just a minute. I sorry everybody for my awful keyboard that is making it impossible to type things.
When you go from mechanical to flat, it's not fun.
Okay, so, let's see. Error, not enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Oh well. I'm not God. 2 hours. You viewers will experience buffering. Oh well.
What's the bit rate? What bit rate do you have it at?
Let's see. Video bitrate is at 1250 kilobytes per second. Audio is at 160.
Okay. Put the bit rate down to 1150 and see if that helps. I know it's not optimal, but it's probably you'd rather have a smooth stream than it be a choppy stream but good quality.
Yeah.
I know that probably came out wrong, but it's the best way I can put it.
Let's see here. Man, I should just try and get my parents to get better internet.
Yeah.
Well, either way, no matter who's... I mean, in the end, it'll be up afterwards, and there shouldn't be any buffering in it.
Ears open.
Yeah. So, after all that just stuff, so how did you find out about Hazbin?
Yeah. Give me a sec. I need to put my headphones on. I have the stream going, so I found it. put my headphones on so I can hear both. So there's no feedback when I'm speaking and when you're speaking.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Give me a There we go. That should do it. Hope.
Okie dokie. Yeah, it's probably like super light. I remember I did when I was test streaming.
Okay, one audio is coming out of the playback, headphones, speakers, headphones. Okay, that should resolve that issue.
Wish I could tell everyone in my house to stop using the internet.
Okay, there we go. Solid.
You good?
Trust me, Sam.
What?
I don't have that issue. I don't have I don't have that option because everyone's using the Wi-Fi right now. Everyone's literally using the Wi-Fi. Like we have two Chromecasts, and then we also have like 3 or 4 devices alone with like headphones. No, not headphones. Phones. We have 2 consoles, 2 TVs. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 TVs actually. They have one in my room, one in my brother's room, one in the family room, and then one in my parents' room. So there's stuff.
Whoa.
Yeah, we got stuff. Also, that's not including. That's also not including the fact that the printer and then the AC also uses the internet to wirelessly connect to everything.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff and only 25 megabytes to go to share, and it's just like, why?
Who's your ISP?
Bell Canada. And goddamn, do I hate them because they are the only providers up here. So yeah, can't do much.
You could do what some people there was like this story I read about this guy who was like he was just fed up. He started his own. And
That is such a mood. That is such a mood.
he like got some deal to extend wires off of like an AT&T line.
Oh god.
And he like provides internet for like the whole town.
sounds like something Maynard James Keenan would do. Jesus Christ.
So, Hazbin.
Hazbin Hotel. Yep.
When did you see it first?
When it was uploaded, I've been a fan of Vezi Pop for many years beforehand. And it, like, I was a fan of, like, I started watching the HuniCast, like, months after. So, not only did I know of everything, it was just the fact that I wanted to actually get to know everyone. Like, I wanted to interact with Michael and everyone. So I just decided, hey, why not? Let's join the Discord for like $10.
Oh, there was a. Oh, was that when it was still under?
When it was under 10K, yeah.
Yeah.
Even now, I think it's a bit more tame. Like, the Buntreon has, I think, usually it's 112 to 130 active members. And then on top of that, there's another 192 in the Buntreon. And then the Honeycord, I think, has around 9K, maybe 8K right now.
Wow.
And mind you, I joined the Buntreon first before joining the Honeycord.
Nice.
And I've met so many amazing people just from it.
Yeah, it's I've so I'm like uh I wish I could like go look up the date I watched Hazbin first. Cuz that's like when I
Probably
got into
could.
everything.
You probably could.
I could. I'm lazy right now. But and I don't want to I don't want to take focus on I don't want to switch focuses on my computer.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until this year when I saw it. But I had it on my watch later for like a really long time because I kept getting recommended. YouTube kept recommending it to me. And I was like, it looks interesting.
You did do that.
Yeah, I was like, it looks really interesting. But I've always, for me, it's like I've got this thing where it's like, if a video is like long, I have a problem like finding a time to watch it where I know I won't be interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kept staying on my list of watch later until like probably I don't know, it it was sometime this year, like February or March. And
Yeah.
I loved it, and then I start so when I really like a video and it's a popular video, I'll just go around looking for people that have reacted to the video.
Mm-hmm.
And just watch a bunch of reactions.
Just,
And I found a lot of people in the comments were doing that exact thing with Hazbin. Because it Hazbin is something you kind of you want to be able you want to like be with other people watching it.
yeah.
You want to like experience it with other people, and for me, I didn't really have anyone. It like IRL because I'm like I don't know. For me and my personality, well, maybe not my personality, but like I guess my beliefs, personal beliefs and stuff. It's kind of out there. Uh, It's fairly different from my other interests in that regard. So I didn't really have any friends who I figured would enjoy it. So I just kept like obsessing over it myself.
Yeah.
And as I kept watching it, well, and watching people's reactions and Hell of a Boss and stuff, it started. YouTube started recommending not HuniCast, but Tia draws stuff, or I think that's the
Oh,
name.
Leafy Bun, yeah.
Uh, the 10 minutes of Ashley getting flustered video,
uh,
and it kept doing that. At this point, I don't know who Ashley is.
uh,
Okay, it's connecting it obviously through Hazbin,
yeah.
but it's not there's no information telling me this is connected to Hazbin. So
Yeah.
so eventually it just starts auto playing because I left
Um,
my phone on, and I found it funny, and so I started. So I heard Angel's voice obviously, and I was like, "Is that the real voice actor?" But then I was like, for some reason, for the longest time, like I couldn't find. I never looked in the description or anything. Obviously, would have helped a lot, but I couldn't find uh, names of people in the HuniCast.
yeah.
So I was trying to match up like first names of like because I know I would hear Michael. So I was like, is there a
Oh,
guy named Michael that plays Angel Dust? And that so it's like it took me a really long time because I didn't want to just start following a thing with voice
yeah,
matches.
you didn't want to just go all gung ho without some level of certainty.
Right.
Is what I'm understanding, right?
Right. I didn't know if these were the legit people, and I have stumbled across many channels that are just people who can do a good impression.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who can do a good angel impression. It's actually ridiculous.
And so I was like, I don't know if these are the real people. And so I just kept putting off actually looking at HuniCast until I like finally found like something that made me certain. Uh, and so I started listening. I can't remember the first one I listened to. Oh, yes, I can. I know exactly what it was. It was the BLM charity stream.
Yeah. Uh, that's such a good stream. I love it.
Yeah, and gosh. Oh, that's the earth. Because I'm not a person. Uh, just a minute, I have to respond. I'm not a person that really knows a lot, like voice actors' names at all, ever, in cartoons. Because I just watch the cartoon. If I recognize a voice, then I'm like, I wonder. And then I'll look it up and I'll see it matches. And then I'll be like, okay. And then I'll forget. Just completely.
Yeah.
And so one of the things was like when I recognized Richard Horvitz's voice,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, I started going down that rabbit hole at some point, and I was like, but does he actually sound like that? Yeah, he just sounds like this.
Yeah, a lot of voice actors do most of the time do sound they're like their characters in a lot of different ways. Like Richard Horvitz is a good example of this. His voice is very is it stays at that level where it's like it sounds like Billy, but it also sounds like Zim. It's very much in that range. It's very much more high pitched. It's kind of like the situation with Stamper. Like Stamper has a very shrill, high-pitched voice,
Yeah.
so his characters are usually over exaggerated or very similar to that.
Yeah. And so like once I figured out everything, I started watching, and I still haven't seen every single HuniCast, and sometimes I've actually kind of found it harder to to watch the first ones because
Yeah,
it's
because a
just
lot
Michael and
of
Ashley.
yeah, it's just Michael and Ashley. It's not really. It's not often. It's Ed Bosco or Elsie. That's more later on.
Right. And obviously it's just because that's when she was doing the cleanup.
Yeah, that was only when she was doing the cleanup. There's like 20 episodes of just the cleanup for like a year.
Right. And apparently there were streams before that because she when I finally made it through the first episode, it's she mentions multiple times. Usually I don't save them, but uh because we have Michael here, I feel like it's one people want to rewatch. So like she did them before
Yeah,
by herself.
yeah. Right now, there's 44 live streams.
Right. And I'd say I've got some favorites. Uh, the one I've watched the most, the one I've like rewatched the most times is the musical.
Oh God,
It is beautiful.
it is beautiful.
We need more synthesizer.
Yes.
Uh, and then let's see. There's. I am gonna go look that up. I like basically all their charity streams. All their charity streams are pretty great.
Yeah. Like a lot of the HuniCasts are just they have their moments. A lot of it's banter, and then a lot of it is also oh God, more chaos.
Yeah.
Oh crap! That's Moonlight. I'm pretty sure that's Moonlight. Oh crap! I shared the link to the stream with Chimera Hangout. It's a project I'm part of or
Huh.
contributing to, and yeah.
Huh.
God damn it.
I've
Uh,
yeah. So once I got into all that, it was pretty crazy. Like I just kind of obsessed over everything, and I wish I had money because I totally want that fat nuggets.
I want it to. It's so adorable. Oh my god. I'm really kind of really curious as to how big Fat Nuggets actually is. Like,
Yeah.
is it a big plushie or is it a small plushie? Like, I need to gauge his size here.
Right.
If I'm paying a total of like $50 for a plushie that's the size of a football, I want something bigger.
It's so adorable though.
It is. It's Nuggets.
Oh
It's
my gosh, I
Nuggets.
freaked. So there's still so much because okay, you said you were a fan of Viv beforehand.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know anything about her until Hazbin. Um, so I really know nothing about like uh the the entire universe that hasn't been explored yet.
$29.95 US dollars. That equates to about $50.
Wow.
Dimensions 7 to 9 inches. 7 by 9. Oh,
I don't
boy,
know. You
that's
gotta
actually
think
pretty
about it though.
big.
You're getting a really adorable pin.
That's true. This item will ship in around 3 to 4 months. It will not arrive in time for Christmas. Please email us if you have any questions. Estimated ship date is January 2021.
Is the world still gonna be around then?
I don't even know. But the world is just it's just screwed right now. I don't know. If things change for the better, maybe. I'm still waiting for my freaking neon shirts.
Yeah, if I get anything, I would want to get the blacklight Alistair pin.
Give me a sec. I need to look this up.
Because that is one of those pins Viv said will be restocked.
Yeah, some of the pins are gonna be restocked, but some of them are limited edition. It's small, yeah. Unfortunate. Oh my god. Well,
Yeah, so Viv Z, I know, has had a lot of these characters for such a long time, and but like I'll see people.
oh yeah, like 3-4 years.
Right, and so I'll see, or when listening to HuniCasts, like I'll hear people mention like these characters I've never heard of at all,
Mm-hmm.
and I have no idea, and I still haven't like looked anything up because at this point I'll just wait to see them. But I've picked up little bits of who they are, like Baxter.
Mm-hmm.
Baxter is the one
Baxter
that
is one of the
I
ones
see
that
get brought up a lot.
like Baxter is one of the characters that she wanted to put in, but she wasn't able to. Where is it? Should be in the speed drawings.
Yeah, and so I'd say
Yeah, Vivzy has had these characters for a very long time. Like, I mean, for a very, very long time.
yeah.
Good 5 years, long time.
Yeah, and there's like so much that I haven't looked at. And there's like I have so much excitement for the future of the series. I'm also kind of hesitant about certain things,
Yeah,
just because of my beliefs.
mm, I'm hoping it goes well.
Yeah, well, my personal beliefs, my religious beliefs are where I have like worries about the future because everything presented in the pilot I can live with, but what really kind of makes me hesitant about the series is how she'll depict heaven.
mm,
Because I have a thing where I don't think, because even when something is fictional, it can still portray it can be a fictional portrayal of a place that would exist. But even if it's a fictional portrayal, it can still rub off on people.
Yeah. Can definitely see that. That's for sure.
Like, so I'm a Catholic. One of the biggest examples I have of what I'm saying is the Golden Compass series.
Oh god, don't even.
Do you
The
know how that
fact that
series
that
ends?
became a series. I want my money back for buying that movie.
Do you know how that series? Do you know how the book series ends?
I watched the movie and I deeply regretted it.
Okay, so the books apparently I've never read them. Apparently they're really well written, and you're following this group of people. They're being kind of guided by something.
Yeah.
Essentially, you're rooting, obviously, like always. You root for the protagonist through the whole series. At the end of book 3, there's huge reveal. The person that's been leading our group of protagonists is the devil.
Hmm.
The series finale is them storming heaven and actually killing God.
Oh my. I'm sorry to be really cliche about this, but oh my god.
And so the thing is, there was no sign of that throughout the entire series. So these books were in like, because they were well written, they were young adult books, they were in like every library. Like even like private school libraries and stuff. And then this final one comes out and everyone learns what's actually been happening. And there's like a massive freak out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's I have that as an example because like you get to this final book, you get to this finale, and at this point it's been so ingrained that you're rooting for the good guys
Only to
that
only to be
when it's
only to be twisted and then find out you're rooting for the bad guys in the end.
right, but you're 3 books, you're like 2.5 books in at this point. Is your loyalty going to change in that last half of a book?
I hmm.
See,
I
because that's the thing though. Like some people might see that as like, well, this their guide has been making a lot of good points
yeah.
and a lot of good
I
ideas. He can't be that bad. And suddenly people are forgetting like, yeah, I know it's a fictional story, but what if this is like we've been thinking about this like Satan all wrong?
yeah, and when you truly delve into it, and even in the backstory, it's actually Satan isn't considered the bad guy. He's not evil. He he's the one that expresses freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. To do anything. Like if you want to have sexapades or if you want to drink to your heart's content or if you want to Lucifer and even Satan embodies that. It embodies the ability to be as free as you want to. But also it's not freedom from consequence. Like that's what people mistake for whenever they talk about Satanism, as they and religion in general. Like there's always going to be good or bad, but I feel like people have simplified it. Like there's no gray area in between everything. There's there has to be a gray area because it's not simple as good or bad anymore.
Right. And
Like the
so,
more you read into it, especially with Lucifer and his background, God betrayed him in the end. Like that's the twisted part about it, is the fact that God at the end of the day screwed screwed Lucifer over in a big way. Like it's it's weird, and it's it's something that people need to recognize, is that there has to be that gray area. Like, you know?
so which where like what like beliefs are you uh taking these from? This God betrayed Lucifer.
Mm, when it comes, well, it's Christianity. Like, I believe that there is like one main person that placed the atom, made that go boom, and stuff. Like, there had to be something that started it all.
Right, and
I
that's the prime mover theory,
Yeah.
which is honestly one of my favorites. But I asked that because in Catholicism there like the whole story is essentially, well, at least from Catholics, which yeah, it's essentially Lucifer, God's right hand angel,
Yeah.
and so God lets Lucifer know his plans. Lucifer doesn't like how much God is going to give to these beings known as humans.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, you're giving them more than we have as angels.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's God. So it's his plan. And he said, essentially, it comes down to, are you going to allow my plan to work, to go to go through, or
Yeah.
are you against me?
Mm-hmm.
Lucifer said, I'm against, like, I can't. And the way it's taught is essentially, I'm not going to let these beings be better than me or have things that are better than me.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. See, I think that's where there's a divide. In my mind, Lucifer is, in my eyes, the person who said, "No, I'm not gonna let these people be your playthings. These people have their own, like, thing. Like they have free, like should have freedom to do whatever they want. It doesn't matter whether they believe in you or not. They should be able to have their freedom to do what they want.
And that was part of the creation of man, would be them to have the free will.
Yeah.
So Lucifer knew they had free will. The thing in Catholic teaching is the his jealousy over God giving his only, like, God loving humanity so much, he'd be willing to give his only son.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing, is like, again, this all Catholic, like, I knew we'd meander off topic, but
Off topic.
this is
Yeah, it was bound to
this
happen at some point.
this is on topic enough, considering the setting of the show.
Considering it's Hazbin Hotel in Hell of a Boss, where it's made, it's done it within the beliefs of the Christian faith and Catholic. Like it's meant to, like, I think this is where it's going to be very touchy. It's going to blur the lines of whether heaven is still considered even good anymore, because as within the first few minutes of the video of Hazbin Hotel, like it was pretty obvious from the get-go that heaven isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Right, and so the thing is, one of the big things I think that the series doesn't really pay attention to, because a lot of it, I feel, takes from the more secularized idea of Christian beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of a general, what they kind of pick up on. With Catholicism, the teachings on heaven and hell are, God doesn't send anyone anywhere. People
Yeah.
choose. People choose whether they want to be with God or to be separated from Him by their choice, by their actions in their life.
Yeah.
And so one thing I've always thought is like, so God loves us all, and so, but like, why wouldn't He just like like just like let everyone into heaven?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, the teaching kind of cleared that up for me from the church, is the Catholic Church, is God loves us enough to allow our choices to he like he I wouldn't say respects, but like he follows our choices. He doesn't like try and go against them, because we still have free will.
Yeah.
And so he loves us too much to force us into something we didn't choose. So if you didn't choose heaven, he's not going to force you to go to heaven.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's the whole concept of purgatory, which Viv has already confirmed is not in existence in this universe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is why, I guess, in this universe, Hazbin Hotel makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
Because with the existence of purgatory, it is impossible for people to leave hell because that's their final choice. Well, at least in Catholic teaching, that's their final choice.
Mm-hmm.
And purgatory is where their sins would be the rest of their sins would be wiped away to be able to go to heaven. But without that there, then a place in hell for rehabilitation would be the next thing.
Yeah.
And I think I have some good hopes for the way. Because you have to remember everything is going to be taken from the perspective of people in hell.
Yeah.
It's not going to be taken from the perspective of a living human. And so there's the Hell of a Boss segments, the little sneak peeks she did during the BLM stream.
Yeah.
I really like the cherub section. And I wonder how many of the ranks of angels she's actually going to have. She's going to have all the choirs of heaven. Or she's only going to have like a few of the angel types, like the archangel and the cherubs.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's a lot of like there. I hope one of the hopes I'm one of the things I'm hoping that Vivzy does include is all the archangels and all of them, because all archangels are really interesting.
They're pretty BA. They're pretty bad
Yeah.
ace.
Archangel is an angel of high rank. The word archangel itself is usually associated with Abrahamic religions, but beings that are very similar to archangels are found in a number of religious traditions.
Yeah, and they're essentially the messengers of God in the Bible. In the
Basically,
new,
basically, if you fuck with God, they bitch slap you.
come down and they Sodom and Gomorrah you.
They, they bitch you. They bitch slap your ass.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the I always forget what she calls them, but the angels that do the cleanse. Uh, I wonder if they're going to be like a subtype of archangel, because I feel like those would also be the angels that destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah in the Bible.
Mm-hmm. Hilariously enough, my archangel, and if I remember correctly, my archangel when it comes to my I think is Raphael. So
Yeah, the
I believe in the spiritual stuff. I'm not super into it, but I do believe in spirits and all that.
right, and that's I think the portrayal, because it's going to be really weird, at least for my uh, religious stance on the handling of Satan and Lucifer as two different beings.
Yeah.
Because Lucifer is an angel, a fallen angel,
Yeah.
and he took, I think it's a third of angels with him.
Yeah, he did. That's
Yeah, I can't. I have not read Revelations in a long time.
I don't even read the Bible. I just know this from basic knowledge.
Yeah, Revelations talks about it talks about the fall and sweeping. As he falls, he takes a third with him.
Yeah.
but like Satan being different, I don't know, it doesn't make too much sense to me yet. It'll be interesting.
Yep. It'll definitely be interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah, and let's see, I don't know, there's a lot in this series that I love. Uh, I love the songs, I love the animation, I love the voice talent.
Oh, definitely. Like, all of that is absolutely amazing.
And I don't know, I think Viv wouldn't mean to do anything offending someone, like actually like I know she doesn't care, like she doesn't have too much care about that obviously, but like
Yeah, Vivsy don't
there are
really.
lines that you don't.
Vivsy, Vivsy doesn't really give a damn what people. Of course, she cares about opinions. She's an artist. Every artist cares about opinions. It's kind of a given. At the same point, she understandably she knows when to say no. This is my craft. This is what I put my effort into. If you don't like it, you can go screw yourself. Like, it's if you don't like it, you don't like it. You are not going to change people's opinions if they don't like it.
Right,
Like,
and
people
that's the
don't.
thing coming from that is uh it's my opinion is I like the show, but
Yeah.
there are lines like I won't cross, because there are
Mhm.
lines where it goes from my opinion to my religious beliefs.
Yeah.
And there's just a point where I can't like
You can't handle it.
right, because there in that line for me is essentially making God bad. Like
Yeah, I
when
can.
you reach
Hmm.
that point, I can't I don't feel like I can support the work anymore.
Mm. Oh, when it comes to that, like, if that becomes a possibility, I I have a feeling that with how Vivzy is going to go, I don't know how Vivzy's going to go about it, but from my perspective, how it's probably going to go is that Vivzy's is going to go with the villain turned good, or like anti-hero type thing. Like, I have a feeling it's going to be like God is like a gray area. Like, he's not this almighty goodness that people portray him as. Like, you gotta remember too that Fifty's trying to make a narrative and trying to make a point as well with this art and with this medium that she has. She's trying to convey something. Like, from all the animatics and even the comics and even in the pilot, like, not all, like, throughout the episode from both Hell of a Boss and It Has Been Hotel, like, there's several different examples of demons giving a crap and then not giving a crap. For example, Blitz absolutely loves everyone he works with. They may piss him off every once in a while, but they're his family. Like, he still cares. Like, no one's there's it's like the one thing, the one of the many things that I like about Vivzy Pop is that she has gone to, like, chosen a really good gray area where no one's entirely bad, but also not entirely good. Like there's a gray area where it's in between. Like, it's you can relate to someone who has that gray area a lot more than you can relate to someone who's just this omnipotent being who is just all good and just no bad. Like it's humanizing is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, I there's still things I'm just gonna probably just have to sit and worry about because it's just gonna be like that, and I'm not gonna know anything until it happens.
Yep, unfortunately true. Like we don't know. Like yeah, it's gonna go somewhere. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm gonna be real upset if they try to do one of those like things where it's like, sorry, gays can't enter heaven.
Yeah.
Because, like, at that point, it feels like an agenda.
Hmm. Yeah, there's uh it's difficult, that's for sure.
So my, so I've had theories about how the eventual end would happen for the series. People they find out you're able to rehabilitate and send to heaven, and so people are going to heaven. And my thing is, I think Charlie would also be able to go to heaven
Mm,
because
gotta remember,
she
she was born in hell.
she specifically is not the daughter of Satan, the daughter of Lucifer.
E.
So she has angel in her.
Mm-hmm. You also gotta remember there are hints that Vaggie was a previous angel due to the spear that she had. I'm gonna share my screen. See if that comes up on there. Should come up on